But we can maybe have a time to look on the other maps. What they are gonna be choosing from map pool here. So Arabia is the first one. Also gonna be looking into the rules now. And otherwise, if you were wondering, sling is banned before 30 minutes. And before that, you can be sending only 300 wood and 100 stone. So nobody was really slinging in them. So if you're wondering why, it's because it's in the rules of the tournament. And the maps. So Arabia is the first one. Then it's going to be home maps for both of them, exactly as we know. It's 3 games in the group stage, then semifinals will be best of 5, finals will be best of 7 to decide the winner. And yes, home map cannot be Arabia, so I kinda remembered that little caveat there kinda correctly. And so the map pool is Cross, Eldorado, Fortress, that's right now already probably gone, Hideout, Ghost Lake and Acropolis. So kinda like open game could be maybe Ghost Lake, could be going for that. Maybe Cross, it's also fairly interesting and good map, fairly popular. Okay, there we go. Ghost Lake. Okay, so game number 3 between Sweden and Germany to kind of decide who's going to be the overall winner of the match is going to be played on... Why is the game weird on me right now, having the windows over it for some reason, the overlay, but nonetheless, hopefully not gonna be too much of a problem for me. It shouldn't be for you at all. And we're going to be having apparently interesting civs. It's gonna be yet again Franks there. But nonetheless, the Ghost Lake is obviously a bit of an open map, so I'm really thinking that's why the players have chosen it and why have they gone for it, the Swedes. And let's look at the Civilisations then. So Ganji is yet again going to be choosing the Franks for his team. Even though last time he was Ethiopian, so they seem to be a bit rotating the players. But Andorin apparently liked the Lithuanians, so he's gonna be keeping them. But let's go team by team. For the other Swedes, it's gonna be Bullet with his... Right now I cannot exactly see that, damn it. Because the game is... the start is refusing to go away. Ah, good fixed. It's going to be Persians, as I'm not all that familiar with the little signals, or the symbols. I just recognize some of them, like the Cumans, the Mayans. But the Swedes then. Franks for Ganji, Persians for Bullet, then they're gonna be Spaden with Ethiopians, and Meandor with Vikings. Okay, and for the Germans we do have Skittle with the Britons, then Sniper with the Mayans again. Andorin is going to be playing with the Lithuanians, and PhilippHJS is the Cuman. Okay. Okay. There'll be a bit of a scouting already underway here. Sniper is gonna be trying to collect as many sheep as possible, maybe even with his teammates, as that's how they spawn across all the map. That's how it Ghost Lake works. You can see plenty of them here, like really complete tons. So if you want to be improving your early economy, certainly shouldn't be forgetting about those at all. And I was looking with the flanks, and somebody dropped again, or is it the Veto? How's it actually looking with the Vetos? Restart. Group stage matches, team will have 1 restart. It must be called before 4 minutes. And everything else needs to be then same. So I'm thinking this is gonna be a Veto. Not sure who actually called it first, who was starting to resign. As he apparently cannot get into the chat. So what could have been the problem maybe here? Kinda unfortunate hill here. I could be seeing this as a bit of a reason, because that's Spaden versus Sniper here. And considering that even Sniper is, for example, the Mayan, like the archers here on top of the hill going into the enemy base, that might be a bit of a problem. That could be actually a reason for it. Otherwise, the resources are also quite far away for a bullet, but at the same time he's a pocket player, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Meandor also being in a bit of a hole against Skittle, so maybe they actually went for that because of that, because two players on the flanks, both of them having a huge hill right next to them. I can see that being a reason. Alright, seems like we're gonna be exactly able to get into the restart on the Ghost Lake. And Sleepy Sweet, I mean, like, only Arabia. Ghost Lake is not too different from Arabia, right? So maybe you could be also getting that up. And maybe you could have been playing, but let's see if your friends from Sweden are gonna be able to right now clinch the victory here. After taking the first Arabia, but on the Regicide Fortress getting kinda soundly beaten, but at the same time they also soundly beat Germans in the first one, so far we're looking to maybe see some kind of really long game, because both of them were a bit, no, not long, let's say, not short, but also not long. And, well, plenty of the time, as right now 2 hours of the stream, have been spent, well, to just get the players, show us their skills. Okay, so let's get rid of the Fog of War and look around here. So who's gonna be on the flank and what no nonsenses? Skittle against Andorin, no, with Andorin rather. Meandor. Okay, Skittle versus Meandor. So Skittle is gonna be right now orange with, no, interesting forwardish position. It's probably not all that ideal for him. So far, I'm gonna be assuming that Sleepy Sweetie are having some insight into who called the veto. That maybe the Germans, therefore they don't have the veto and they cannot do it anymore. Look at all of this gold here though. At this point for Spaden versus Sniper. But it kinda seems to be a bit of a theme. He's having plenty, this is really something that can be abusable. Especially with the hill right next to it. So I'm thinking that Sniper will be having some kind of opportunity what to do. His own resources, the stone is to the top, gold as well. Close by to the ice. It might be also slightly tricky due to archers and everything else. So yeah, it's gonna be at least some kind of secondary gold. Even though it's frontish, it's not too bad. It's something that he can be actually getting into. Yeah, I was just kinda looking if he's gonna be letting him go back. Just kinda looking slightly that he might, but no, not any kind of problem in the end. And hey J Squared, yeah, you're welcome. I wanted to be casting some previous games as well this week, but yeah, I was kinda having problems getting the properly working. Figured out that it was the Xbox Live Services, needed to relog into that for whatever reason, but it's fixed now. So able to help with some casting of the games here so far, quite good fun. And this is also fairly similar to just RTS League overall, just the most of the players here. Black Forest, New Chapter, Run Forest Run, so all the names kind of familiar, so I know what to expect from the players a bit. Even though it's a bit different game, but yeah, well, the players are still obviously the same. But this is something to be really keeping an eye on. I think that Spaden will be having a problem with this against Sniper. Sniper has played well in the last game, so that might be good. Good indeed for him. At the same time, there's gonna be a fairly similar situation for Skittle on the other side. You can see the gold and double stones. And since he is Briton, he's gonna be needing plenty of stone for all the casters on the longbows. Or gonna be needing. He can be also playing rather well with arbalests, with better range obviously. But yeah, well, the longbowmen. If you can be getting them, then obviously it's quite a nice bonus. But those two double gold mines at the back, that's gonna be incredibly good bonus. Easy wall there and here. And to the top he doesn't need to. This is actually really great. He doesn't even need the front gold at all. So this is not the same situation. This is still pretty bad for Spaden. Because he doesn't have any back gold. He's having back stone. His gold mine is pretty much supposed to be bullets. Worst case scenario could be maybe given to his teammate, but I'm not sure he's gonna be able and wanting to really do that too much. So bit of walling is already underway for Ganji. In the middle, trying to protect the gold mine exactly as he needs to. So obviously on Ghost Lake you can be always ensured you're gonna get some radiant through the middle. Stone and double gold mines to the top though, so it's not like he's gonna be necessarily needing the front gold either. But obviously better be safe than sorry. And having the same, rather the gold mine and then potentially something to rely upon if the game goes kinda south. There's plenty of goats, or the goats. Yeah, well, goats in Age of Mythology. Here it's sheep. Need to be switching my mind ever so slightly. Yeah, looking at also the feudal ages slowly trickling in. You can see it's gonna be first for Bullet and also for Ganji together with Andorin. And I'm kinda interested how the Cuman player is gonna be actually working out, and if he's gonna be going for the feudal HTC PhilippHJS. He is in the pocket, so he's gonna be having plenty of time for that, and it seems he's gonna be able to wall this off just in time. Probably could have been getting through if he wanted, but maybe he actually didn't. Seems like to me, you can see he's gonna be probably able to finish with this himself if he's been signaled about it. I think he has been, but nonetheless, yet again Bullet did have a bit of opportunity to have a look inside, and there is still one wall missing here. Okay, he did notice. He didn't make a mistake, as actually in the last game in the fortress there was a mistake. Bullet left one of the holes in there, and it basically allowed a few plumed archers to go through, but I don't think it was anything all that game changing. The game was won definitely on just the straight push. So yeah, Spaden is already trying to claim the ground here. Yeah, with the scout, and obviously, wait right about now even a bit of a drush, so that he can lay claim onto the grounds here. And maybe even get into a bit of a faster castle age there. Now this opponent is not through yet with the Mayan. Now the Mayan is probably gonna be wanting to go into a faster castle himself. So basically that's where he's gonna be having the power spike. So the dynamic here might be kind of fun and interesting. Yeah, so the rise walling kind of finished for Skittle, or almost. You can see he's gonna be just having a few placements still to do. Aha, he's actually going about the wall in this way. He's gonna be cooperating with Andorin a bit more. But how is he gonna be finishing here? Probably just kind of simple one like there. But like 2 extra hits. As apparently it's a kind of fun between the scouts. Red doesn't have enough, he needs to be getting a bit of assistance in there. But considering this is right now going to be a double from Andorin with help from Skittle in there. And also a few militias coming forward. It doesn't seem like there's gonna be much going on here. Or maybe 4 militias from Meandor with the Vikings. Otherwise he's having quite a safe gold, and he's right now working on more walling so that he's completely and utterly safe. So right now this is gonna be a bit of a battlefield. There's also one going on all the way to the bottom, right next to Sniper's base if you look at the minimap. So once this is gonna be somehow resolved, he can be switching there as soon as possible, as it seems that this battle is gonna be going out well for the German team. With Meandor not getting anything out of it at all. Look at that. 0 losses. 0 losses for the Germans. Good job. Quite a good job in there, but well, thing gonna be set obviously all the way to the bottom. This is gonna be switching into a bit more men-at-arms from Spaden. Considering the fact what kind of civilization he is, the Ethiopians, it's gonna make sense for him, and also because of the map, it's gonna be another assistance for him to kind of stay alive a bit longer, because that gold, still thinking that will be a problem, but maybe he's gonna be making it not be a problem by annihilating the opponent first. Right now there's gonna be basically the barracks and at least one spearman, maybe against a few of the scouts. You can see that Bullet is sending as many of them inside as possible. And this is damn similar and reminiscent of the first Arabia. And also the flank was Mayan, it was Andorin, and he got kind of manhandled pretty badly in the early stages, and just basically couldn't get out of it. This is really looking fairly similar, so let's see if the Swedes will be able to repeat what they have done once before. There's gonna be at least a tower protecting nothing too much, really. Gonna be a bit of a quick walling, nice one. Protecting the stone, but otherwise he's gonna be at least making sure that the berries and the wood lines here to the top are a bit safer. As to the bottom with... Okay, 2 idols there, unfortunately. Or Sniper probably hasn't noticed yet, as he was trying to quick wall there as soon as possible. But even right now destroying the houses, while that probably won't be all that successful, there is going to be a tower that's going to be a whole lot more important in all these efforts, and this is looking really damn great. Even through quite nice raid into the top. Seems like one villager is gonna die. while one of the scouts also is biting the dust already. But looking at this wall in, I wonder if actually Spaden fully was rather aware. I mean, I sent the villagers away, so he knew. He does have the spearman in here. Should be enough for protection, but this is still kind of wide open. And there might be a bit of opportunity for some Radiants still on the way. Nonetheless, you can see that right now, Sniper's base is still wide open. And he's gonna be losing the house in there, which is obviously gonna be more wood right about now lost. And there's gonna be an outpost. Not entirely a tower. Just wants to be right now seen exactly where the units are moving, or maybe also trying to trick the opponent ever so slightly into what was going on. But with another tower potentially moving forward from Spaden. Yep. And it's going to be right about now. Another watchtower on the wood line here. And they're gonna be trying to defend themselves as much as they can. With of course the TCB in range. That might be at least killing a few of the horses, but this battle is kinda tight. So the tower is in. Seems like it's not gonna be in the range of the enemy watchtower. At least so far for the time being. But it's gonna be obviously in the range of, for example, this one farm, which is a bit annoying, as it obviously costs a bit of wood on top of that. But to the top, there doesn't seem to be anything right now going on. Just the castle ages are gonna be coming through. The first one for Skittle. And since there's not really anything at all going on, because it's both fast castle in the top flanks, it's gonna be... they're kinda hard to see, those guys, aren't they? Oh, they don't want to do that. Huh. And because I'm used from Age of Mythology, that plus on the numpad is going to be zooming you in. So, yeah. Plus here is something a bit different. It's actually speeding up the recorded game and the spectating. Well, okay. Learned something, I guess. And, well, that's plenty of horses right now, also from Ganji. But there are also plenty of spearmen, so right now the scouts are not exactly the correct unit for all of it. But they are still keeping the economy not working at all. That's a bigger problem right now for a sniper. Let's switch into his point of view. 22 villages idle out of 39. So you can see how much of a damage all of this is doing to him. And while he doesn't lose lives too much, he kinda like isn't much in the game. So therefore he doesn't have much of a chance to advance into the castle age and become the danger that the Mayans always are. Another tower is gonna be trying to destroy this tower of the opponent, it seems to me. As for the Cuman, therefore it means that was PhilippHJS. He does have the second TC here. He's gonna be only advancing into the castle age a bit later, so he's going for a bit of fuel boom and also a bit of raid. And he knows about the gold situation for his opponent then. And they kinda know that that is something that certainly can be abused. As you can see, that Spaden is gonna be also thinking about Heroic Age. For Castle Age. Way too much Age of Mythology for me. And all the way to the top they are trying to break through. It seems like they're gonna be able to do so. But they probably don't have enough army to fight against the enemy crossbowmen, considering, for example, the TCs firing at them at the same time. Okay, so they're gonna be right now trying to break through in some kind of safer place. Maybe they could be trying even the top here. Just to circle around ever so slightly. But Blue's base seem to be fairly safe. Which obviously is still something that's gonna be said about Sniper. And oh yeah, there's the tower. There's the tower on the stone here. That's obviously gonna be a huge problem. Probably another one needed from Sniper. If he even notices. Oh, he has no idea. He doesn't have any kind of vision about that and on that. So that's obviously something that will surprise him heavily. As it seems like even Purple is going for a second TC. While the third and fourth TC is gonna be well boomed. Question is if it's gonna be well in time. You can see a few horses, not much of a gold being gathered so far for yellow, but it's not like he really needs all that much of it. He needs a whole lot more stone and like about now, for example, even the barracks for a few more units. So, problem begins for a Sniper. He's gonna be trying to escape somewhere. Does he have the second stone somewhere well positioned? He's getting gold, seems like he has stabilized in the middle. There's the second stone. So basically both of them are blocked by Spaden. Yet again, kinda annoying for a Mayan to be not having any kind of access to stone. So he needs to be somehow dealing with that as soon as possible. As it seems that at this point there's gonna be a bit of an assault by Ganji. Together with Meandor, Ganji already having a few knights prepared as the Frank. And of course the crossbowman from the Viking in here. Seems like this is gonna be a battle of the same units. With knights from the Lithuanians already in. And therefore how many relics is he gonna be having? So far none. as he doesn't have the bonus onto the attack yet. Let's see the crossbowmen in kinda good enough numbers. Considering that the horses cannot get in and he can be blocking them, I think he's gonna be able to micro this well enough. And it's also why Ganji cannot and does not exactly want to be breaking through too much. As obviously even the shooting TC would be a bit of a danger. He wants to be protecting himself and not losing unnecessary units, as the horses from PhilippHJS are gonna be going straight for the gold. I really do approve of this, because this is, from the very beginning, crucial part of the map for the whole game, as he really doesn't have any kind of other gold. Spaden, once he loses this, he's not gonna be able to transition into anything all that good and anything useful. Problem is that he's right now camped in the middle of the enemy, and maybe he's gonna be solving the gold situation in another way, by stealing it from the enemy. There is a certain possibility in here. How's it looking with the Castle Age? So Castle Age is coming finally for Sniper. He's gonna be able to get through, it seems. Not this stone, but the top stone... No. Not sure yet. You can see there was actually Teal trying to get the gold here as well, but this one Spearman and Pikeman is saying something different. He's gonna be having quite a beefy right arm with this kind of stabbing. Damn. Damn. Wouldn't want to be slapped by that gun. But at any rate, inside the base, obviously without the gold, it should be getting easier and easier for the knights to completely level the economy and even just the gameplay of Spaden. You can see he's getting raided kind of badly. And in the middle, still red with blue, having solid numbers. And now the opponents, Skittle and Andorin, having a bit of a trouble maybe getting up in solid numbers enough. Solid enough numbers. Here we have some... There's the monastery. So far doesn't have a flag. So he doesn't have any relic. Is he gathering some? He's trying to get this one. Yes, another one here, all the way to the right. Then two... No, this one is gonna be tricky. But this one is obviously simple. So it could be working out for him potentially. He's right now going for at least a bit of scouting all the way behind enemy bases pretty much. Let's see, he's patrolling there. Not entirely certain why. Maybe he's just gonna be waiting for some kind of trade establishment later, but with so many scouts that doesn't seem all that probable. Maybe just waiting until he's gonna be time to use them for something effective. As the army is getting stronger and stronger, and it almost seems to me that they will want to be establishing some kind of basically full-on quadruple. Rather, what is it called? We have double, triple, and... No, probably quadruple, right? It's a bit weird, but it's probably gonna be correct. Basically all four attacking at once. And there's gonna be right about on the Mangonel with a bit of a nice hill bonus. And the monks, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But they obviously need right now the Mayan to be starting to work. Can see he's gonna be dropping the siege workshop first. Without anything else yet. Or what's going on here? Oh, he found his stone. He found his stone next to Spaden in there. Okay, it's gonna be a TC and we need to be going to the battle then. As it seems to me that the defense should be kinda solid, but I'm not sure they're gonna be able to completely destroy that, because obviously the spearmen, rather the pikemen, will be in solid enough numbers, and while the horses are strong, it is a counter unit. You can see they're already breaking through right now, at least Bullet is having plenty of units inside. It's workshop coming from PhilippHJS, and while Philip is right now having the highest score because of the biggest boom, right now at 98 villages already. For Bullet, he's right now having 80. He's probably not gonna be able to do much more here. While that castle, that's gonna be one hell of a problem. At least the economy for Spaden is not entirely too strong. 54 is still pretty good, but he's probably gonna get slightly... No, not slightly actually leveled at all, because at this point we need to be also looking to the top, as Red with Blue have been able to get into Grey's base. Let's switch the villages. 87 for Red, 85 for Blue, and Grey is on 59. Damn, he's losing tons of economy at this point. Look at that. All those villages getting completely destroyed, and the Swedes are definitely quite comfortable on open maps, and it seems like that we are heading into a bit of a similar situation as we have had on the Arabia on the first game. And this kind of hill advantage, because there is a hill here, is probably something that can be quite easily winning them the battle, even through the numbers that Skittle is having, as he's right now trying to get with the horses in the Andorin. Now they're trying to block each other and kind of confuse each other maybe. But yeah, this is gonna be a straight victory. Good choke point at least in there, with a few more horses from Andorin coming forward. Fortunately, didn't manage to get a single relic yet, so he doesn't have all that much of an advantage at this point. At least they were able to get away from the immediate danger. The gold mine blocked is probably not that much of a significant issue, or is it? Second gold there, third gold here. So he can be getting at least a bit of gold for the time being. Though the situation is definitely far from ideal for him. As you can see that Gain is sending tons of units all across the map. Plenty of knights right into the middle, as the castle is something that will be very hard to overcome in the castle age. With Imperial though, already coming for Boo. And also for Skittle. No, more players in there, but they more for the other team. And I mean that for Sweden. As the Germans, at least there's gonna be one also coming for Ganji, but he needs to be surviving long enough. And what is he gonna be trying to make us units? So far the horses are a given. Is he having some kind of secondary ideas? Doesn't seem so. Only having plenty of stables here so far. With the spearmen and the pikemen coming forward, so this DC is gonna be right now falling into the ground, completely and utterly demolished. As it seems that at least through bottom, there's a bit of a chance that maybe Snyper will be having some kind of comeback. You can see he's trying to drop another castle to protect the gold mine even more. And unfortunately he's hemorrhaging villages due to all the tower fire here. Even though he's maybe gonna be able to finish with that one of those days. But the other one is done. Archers are getting up in numbers, but he needs to be careful about letting exactly those knights in. Oh yeah, that's... Oh, all three of them just completely annihilated instantly. That's really... kind of bad and not entirely too unlucky. It was just well played by Spaden. And unfortunately the room was there for that mistake to be made because of the hole in the palisade wall, so that he can be letting his own archers out. And Spaden, or the Spaden bullet, used that quite expertly. So a few crossbowmen right about now. This is not basically stopping anything too much. You can see that Andorin is gonna right now doing what he can and however he can, with all the horses being in quite solid numbers for Philip, who is already through into the Mythical Age, aka Imperial Age almost now. There we go. So therefore cavalries are gonna be just coming in as soon as possible. Problem is that the economy is right now hammered, and he's losing tons of not only the other resources, like for example the gold potentially to the top, but a lot of food. So therefore the incredibly expensive paladin upgrade is gonna be quite untenable, and even just basically making horses is going to be becoming a bit of a challenge. So let's see if they will be able to somehow manage to salvage it, because the castle is finished for Snyper. But apparently the resigns are already coming in, as the damage was way too big that they have suffered. And they do not see exactly how they can be overcome in Sweden at this point anymore. As even the difference in the score is about like 900. Doesn't have to be exactly game winning in every under every circumstance. But considering the fact that Meandor is already right about now knocking also down Skittle's base, and he therefore cannot all that fully help his teammate. And there's also a solid army from Ganji emerging from the ice, kinda into the middle of the enemy bases. Well played by Swedes and Swedes, and they're gonna be right now winning the match of the group stage of Euro Rumble 2-1. So congratulations, those open mats are certainly a strong suit for them. And it seems like the Germans will have to be kind of thinking up something special on those. But Regicide Fortress, damn, that is something that they really excelled in. So that was a well-deserved victory there. But in the end, it's going to be Sweden coming out victorious of the match and out of the match. So congratulations on that, and let's have a look into the post-game. It will be right now Meandor with obviously the high score, but I kind of like how Spaden played it, because with how bad his gold spawned all the way into the middle here, he knew the situation is gonna be problematic, and how he reacted to that, just went for a bit of a trash with men-at-arms, with the assistance of his teammate with Bullet, and it really worked exactly as we have seen. Similar situation in the first Arabia, the flank with the Mayans getting really way too slow down. Not annihilated really, but way too slow down, and he just couldn't come back in time for the situation to be saved, even though he did what he could have. Well played by Spaden. This was good play. And obviously good team cooperation overall as well. Nicely done then. So in the military units killed obviously for Bullet. He has killed tons of villages with his knights. With even the largest army for Meandor. All those archers that he had. Pretty good echoes. That's kind of nice one for a bullet. And Meandor, obviously. And Sniper, well, yeah, same situation what we have seen in the first game. It's gonna be obviously low from that. And while, for example, Spaden was also low, he wasn't the one having his enemy camped inside his base. It obviously makes for a bit of a difference. Yeah, you can see a 27-minute castle. For somebody who is really reliant on getting for the plumed archers for decent timing, that's exactly what then reflects the result. He did manage to get reasonably high for the Mayan. But the opponents were just a completely different universe. 115, 111, 115, 109, no, 92. Yeah, 92 for Spaden. They were just using the opportunity exactly as they should have. So congratulations to Sweden for the win. Good games also by the Germans, and looking forward to some other matches from them. Tomorrow there is a German match at about 19 GMT. They are going to be playing... Let me check that out. They are going to be playing versus Poland. That should be a fairly interesting matchup. GG.